Hi everybody, welcome to Season 6 of Vet Tales. This episode we're going to be painting the bottom so we can get Chuffed ready to head over to Bahia Concepcion, where we have an animal project lined up that's being sponsored by our patrons and SB Delos. We also have a project going in Puerto Madero where we are funding spay and neuter campaigns and monthly veterinary outreach. We currently have a fundraiser because we'd like to try and get enough to provide an entire year's worth of animal work down there. You can visit the GoFundMe here. Welcome to Vet Tales, the story of the sailing veterinary clinic. Last season, we sailed from Pacific Mexico to the Sea of Cortez, providing free veterinary care to animals along the way. We stored Chuffed in San Carlos and are now ready to get her back in the water for a new season of sailing and saving animals. After visiting friends and family back home for the hurricane season and a quick stint working in an Aussie vet clinic to earn some money, we began the long journey back to Chuffed. The first stop was Mexico City, one of our favourite destinations, albeit a little chaotic. Next we flew to Hermosillo, the closest airport to Chuffed. We'd had to deal with some lost luggage, but we made it back to San Carlos, where we rented bikes to go see her in the Marina Seca. We're back. Welcome back to Chuffed, everybody. It was very good to be back on board. We're currently in the dry yard in the Marina Seca in San Carlos. It's the end of the hurricane season. Chuffed has survived a sandstorm and a hurricane here, so we aren't completely out of the hurricane zone, but all went well other than being extremely filthy. She looks great. No damage was done, which was really good. So we're hoping to be pretty quick here in the dry yard. We're hoping kind of 2 weeks. The major job is redoing the bottom paint, our anti-foul. So that's kind of sanding, painting, all of that. And we have a few other little odd jobs like doing some electrics and looking at the engine and things. So yeah, we're hoping it should be a relatively quick time here in the boatyard because we really want to get moving again. Our plan is to go straight across the Sea of Cortez to Bahia Concepcion, where we have a reconnaissance project lined up to kind of assess the health of the animals there, work with an already established volunteer clinic in Mulahay, and basically start doing some animal projects in the region. So that's very exciting stuff. We'd also like to say a very big thank you to our patrons because we couldn't do this work without them. If you'd like to help us out and join the Chuffed crew, you can become a patron, and you also get things like live updates so you can keep up with us in real time. First big job on Chuffed is redoing the anti-foul. We did do it last season, but had quite a lot of growth. So we are going with a different brand. We are very grateful to TotalBoat because they actually donated this for us to try. It's Alumipaint AF. It's a copper-free ablative anti-foul that's suitable for aluminium boats, which is very important for us. And obviously, because they've donated, it means we have more money to put towards animal work, which we're very grateful for. The first step is sanding. In theory, since we already have an ablative antifoul on the bottom, we just need to sand with 80 grit paper. It should be relatively quick. We plan to do a wet sand and then rinse it all off and clean it and then paint. So we'll see if it goes as quickly and as easy as we are hoping. Despite only one season in the water, our previous ablative antifoul was all but gone, and we had a lot of hard growth to clear off. We're really excited to be trying a different brand this time and are hopeful for better results.
Yeah, so we're using 80 grit sandpaper and this 80 grit sponge. Seems to be working pretty good.
Yesterday we did a bunch of sanding, and then the workyard guys moved the boat higher. So because it's a hydraulic lift, it's kind of difficult to position the boat high. You basically have to go, you know, like 10 centimeters up, put the boat back on blocks, get the trailer repositioned, then go another 10 centimeters, get the boat back on blocks. So it took a bit of time, but the boat is now high enough that we've been able to put the keel down to clean the keel box and do the keel, but also it'll be a little bit less back braking doing the underside of the boat. But it worked out really well because we did all of the kind of like water line, the top kind of like half meter below the water line around the boat, and now we're going to be able to do all of the underneath. We're kind of hoping maybe we'll be done sanding today. We shall see. But back to wet sanding, 80 grit, and we'll be able to paint. By far the greatest disadvantage of a swing keel centerboard like this is having to clean the keel box. It is nasty and small.
Gather round all you floaters.
It's gonna be yuck.
I got a story to tell. How 30 days in a boatyard turned into 13 months of hell. You know I got them low down boatyard blues.
Carnage from the keel box. But it's done. Well, the sanding's done. Luckily this washes off well. We'll be able to paint tomorrow. We just got to basically wipe it down with a little bit of thinner to just get any of the dust off, and she's ready to paint.
Itchy fiberglass in my shoe. Well, it started with an ad. Got a stupid good deal on a boat. Needed a little work. But the truth is the damn thing hard.
Today we are going to start painting. We finished sanding with 80 grit sandpaper all over the old antifoul and any epoxy primer that was showing through. And now we've got to wipe it down with some thinner just to get any of the kind of sanding dust off. And then we are going to be painting using the Alumipaint AF, which TotalBoat kindly donated, and a 3/16 nap roller. So it's really important with this Ablative Antifoul to use quite a thin roller because you want quite a thin wet thickness when you do it. It's only like 2.5 millimeters of wet film thickness. Yeah, and we're hoping to get at least 2 full coats on, and then a 3rd coat on like important areas like waterline, the front of the keel, and those kinds of things. So yeah, we're gonna get started today.
First I drained my scuppers, but they were clogged up from the ride. Went to start a diesel engine, but I found she was all seized up. It's been 13 long months of torture, blood, sweat, and tears. You know I got them dirty low down boatyard blues. So I found me a cheap yard, put her up on blocks.
We've made it halfway.
Now everything I do makes everybody gag. Acidic chemical questions. What are you putting on that boat? You know it's an environmental nightmare. Enough to kill critters till they float. Copper-based urethane, 2-part epoxy. Which system is the best? You know I got them dirty boatyard blues. The mayor of the
close.
boatyard, Clifford J. Press.
It
The
is
the beast.
done.
One coat.
Woo! Yeah, 1 coat down.
Edmondson.
We're definitely doing 2 full coats, possibly a complete 3rd, but at the very least a 3rd on the waterline, leading edges of the keels and stuff. I'm like bright red from wearing the mask, can barely lift my arms up, but she looks so dang good. You'll also notice we didn't tape the waterline and we didn't tape the like paint line because our waterline is actually only to like here. And so rather than waste paint and go all the way to the top where it's not even used, it's really just for aesthetics. And she's a boat, not a coffee table. So yeah, we're happy with that. I think it looks great. Day 2 of painting. So yeah, we'll do the second layer, and then we're gonna have the boat moved a little bit just so we can move the stands and these blocks that she's sitting on, and then we'll do the third layer and put the first layer on those spots, and then we'll put the second layer on them.
With Carol's right hand romance, Martini's grinding his hole. He's
One side done, onto the other
black
side.
sand.
Perfect painting
You know
weather.
they got them dirty, low down boatyard boots.
Is that it? Oh wait. Yeah! How's your arms?
When you're on a
Arms are
boat,
good.
Mine are not.
you got to pay your closing dues.
This is the third coat. Final coat is done. She's got 3 coats. She's looking shiny and beautiful. With the painting finished, we only have a few jobs left to get Chuffed going again and ready to splash. Thanks to our patrons, donators, viewers and TotalBoat for making this episode possible. You can become a patron for extras like live updates by following the links in the description below. Until next episode, stay chuffed everybody.